Picture this, a bustling temple courtyard filled with merchants hawking their wares, money changers clinking coins, and livestock bleating in their pens. It's a scene more reminiscent of a chaotic marketplace than a holy sanctuary. But everything's about to change in one of history's most dramatic demonstrations of righteous indignation. Into this scene walks Jesus of Nazareth. His eyes scan the temple courts, taking in the corruption that has infected his Father's house. What happens next would be forever etched in religious history, a powerful act of cleansing that would shake the very foundations of religious practice. With deliberate purpose, Jesus begins crafting a whip from cords found in the temple area. This wasn't a spontaneous outburst of anger, but a calculated action loaded with meaning. The whip in his hands becomes a symbol of divine authority and judgment, echoing the words of ancient prophets who spoke of a day when God would purify his temple. The atmosphere grows tense as Jesus moves through the temple courts. The crack of the whip splits the air as he drives out the livestock, sheep, and cattle scatter in all directions. The animal's presence had turned a sacred space meant for prayer into a noisy livestock market. These animals, meant for sacrifice, had become symbols of a corrupted system where worship was measured in coins rather than devotion. But Jesus isn't finished. He approaches the money changers' tables, where pilgrims exchange their Roman coins for temple currency at exploitative rates. With righteous fury, he overturns their tables, sending coins cascading across the stone floor. The metallic symphony of scattered shekels becomes a powerful statement against the greed that had infiltrated sacred practice. This dramatic scene carries deep significance beyond its immediate impact. The temple courts, specifically the court of the Gentiles, were designed as a place where all nations could come to pray and seek God. Instead, it had been reduced to a marketplace where profit trumped prayer, where commercial convenience overshadowed spiritual connection. The symbolism of Jesus's actions resonates through time. Each overturned table represents the disruption of corrupt systems that had taken root in religious practice. Every scattered coin speaks to the separation of true worship from financial exploitation. The driving out of sacrificial animals points to a greater truth, that Jesus himself would become the ultimate sacrifice, making the temple's animal offerings obsolete. This cleansing of the temple wasn't just about restoring order to a physical space. It was a declaration of a new era in worship, where true devotion wouldn't be confined to temple walls but would exist in spirit and truth. Jesus' actions that day fulfilled ancient prophecies and foreshadowed a radical transformation in how humans would connect with the divine. Consider the courage this took. Jesus challenged not just a few merchants, but an entire religious establishment that had grown comfortable with corruption. His zeal for his Father's house consumed him, driving him to take bold action where others had remained complacent. This wasn't blind rage, but righteous indignation channeled into purposeful reform. The echoes of those overturned tables still resound today, challenging us to examine our own approaches to worship and spirituality. Do we allow convenience to compromise conviction? Have we turned sacred spaces into marketplaces? The whip of cords may be history, but its message about maintaining the purity of worship remains as relevant as ever. This moment in the temple courts stands as a powerful reminder that sometimes love for God requires bold action. It shows us that true worship can't coexist with exploitation, and that sacred spaces, whether physical temples or the temples of our hearts, deserve protection from corruption. The day Jesus turned the tables became more than a historical event. It became a timeless lesson about the nature of true worship and the courage required to maintain it.
Hello, it's Jimmy with Embrace Amazing here. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss out on new content. You can also check out our exclusive members only area on our channel, or you can go to our Patreon or any of our other socials to see the other things we do down in the description below. If you want to check out our blog and merch store, hit this button over here. And if you want to see another video by us, hit the button over here. Or please click below and subscribe and help YouTube push us in the algorithm and bring more people here to join our Embrace Amazing family. Thank you for watching, and please tune in again.